Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk through COGO points, which is a feature in Civil 3D, and it's basically a spot elevation, but it has 3D properties to it. And we could use this similarly to creating proposed spot elevations and then assigning elevations, but this has the elevation and the style all built into one. We can add these to surfaces and create existing surfaces or proposed surfaces with them. But Casey's going to talk through the different uses about COGO points and show us how to use them. So let's give them a few minutes and let's learn.
Welcome back, guys. This is Casey. Today we're going to be going over how to use and implement COGO points when working in Civil 3D and some of the useful tools that you can use with COGO points when building and creating surfaces, both proposed and existing. So if you want to create a new COGO point, you can go ahead and navigate to the Points tab right here. It's going to be under this Create Ground Data tab here, and then open up your point creation tools. So here under your Create Points, there's a variety of different tools that you can use. For demonstration's sake, we're just going to use the manual point creation. So we're going to select this guy, and then we're going to click anywhere that you want to select or want to place down a point. You can also punch in the X and Y values in your command window to specifically put a point, but obviously clicking is much easier, so I'm just going to place a point right there. You can enter a description for the point, so I can just type ELEV for elevation, and then it's going to ask you to punch in a point elevation. So I'm going to punch in 879 as the elevation here at this point. And then you can continue to place points anywhere that you want to place them. So for example, I can place one, let's say right here, and then I can call that guy, it's between the 96 and the 98, so 897. Excuse me, that's the description, so I'll just do elev, and then the elevation is 897. As such, and you can continue to place points anywhere that you want. So where this might be useful is you can import your points into any surface. So if I drag over my tool space here and navigate to one of my surfaces, say for example on my PG I wanted to import those points, I can hit my PG drop down, the definition drop down, and then I can right click on drawing objects and select add. You can add a variety of different drawing objects including points, as well as lines, blocks, etc. So if I go ahead and select points, it's going to prompt me to select the points which I would like to add to the proposed grade surface. So I can select all the points that I want and then hit add, and then it's going to add the points into the surface. So a variety of other different tools exist when working with COGO points, one of them being the elevations from surface tool here. So say for example, if I only had to turn this layer on and then turn my existing surface on, if for whatever reason you wanted a bunch of points to be generated and them to reference your existing surface or an already built surface to determine their elevation, you could select the points and then hit elevations from surface. It'll ask you which surface, and then I can go ahead and press OK. Okay, and then hit enter again, and then as you can see, it's going to change the elevation to be whatever the elevation is on that surface, right? So you can use that in a variety of different ways. Some of the other tools that exist is creating point groups. So if, for example, you are using points just for your PG or EG surface, you can create a point group. If I go to point groups, you can right click and you can hit new point group. I can name this for PG. And then all the points in that group can have a default style as well as label style. We'll leave those as standard for now. And then you can go ahead and you can update that point group, etc., and do a bunch of different tools using that point group to have your points much more organized if you're using a lot of them. And then you can import them into your surfaces, just like our blocks and BLF command, and just get a variety of different uses out of the COGO points themselves.